Greetings, gamer guys and gals, and welcome back to my Let's Play Pokemon Colosseum! A wholesome playthrough with wholesome fun for everyone. And we are on part number 24 of this playthrough of Pokemon Colosseum, this Let's Play, this awesome adventure. And we are enjoying the Orre Colosseum. Last time, we fought through the difficult, but not as difficult, Pyrite Colosseum compared to the Under Colosseum. Man, those two were crazy events, one after another. Probably should have done them in the opposite order, but I was under the impression that the Under Colosseum wasn't as difficult. I guess I just misremembered, because again, I haven't played this game in like 10 years. It's been that long. And I did not have a practice playthrough because I'm just not one of those people. I don't have infinite amounts of time. I do work and I do other things. I have a life. But we are playing through it together now and enjoying ourselves and having a glorious time getting our Pokemon and getting to know our Pokemon. Hopefully, let's see. I actually think we might. We have enough Pokeballs for a short bit, maybe. Let's see how much money we have. Alright, so we only have, well, we have 20,000 Pokédollars. I think it would actually be pretty smart. We just opened up this place where it'd be pretty smart of us to go ahead and grab some Pokeballs. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Outskirt Stand is the only place, I believe, in this entire game, even in the post-game, where you can buy Pokeballs. So be ready to come back here every time you need some. We want to buy. He has a pretty good amount of stuff. I'm going to buy a few Ultra Balls, a few Timer Balls. Net and Nest Balls are kind of pointless. Water and Bug-type Pokemon, there is a decent amount of Water and Bug-type Pokemon and it'll work on them, but it's not that great, really. Nest Balls are for Pokemon that are less than level 30. I don't know if any of you have noticed, but we've only had 2 Pokemon in this game that we have encountered that were less than level 30 that we could catch. One of them was just given to us, Plusle, and the other one was Remoraid, and we caught that Pokemon with a regular Pokeball because it was that easy. So these just give you varying amounts of increases to the chance of catching with the Pokeball. We're actually going to get, let's go 10. 10 Great Balls. Yeah, so they give you varying amounts. Like the Pokeball is just standard. The Premier Ball is just standard chance. The Great Ball is like a 1.2 times chance. The Ultra Ball is like a 1.5 times chance, I believe. It might be that Great Ball is 1.5, Ultra Ball is 2 times chance. I think that's actually it. Net Ball and Nest Ball, I think those are both 2 times chances for the Pokemon that fall under their categories. But Timer Ball is pretty interesting. Timer Ball it works differently now, and it works better now. With the Timer Ball now, after you have gone 10 turns in a battle, you have maximum 4 times chance to catch with the Timer Ball. You need this if you're going to be catching legendary Pokemon in this game, because it's useful. But in this game, it's after the 10th battle, it's double chance. After the 20th turn, I meant turn, after the 10th turn. After the 20th turn, it's triple chance. After the 30th turn, it's quadruple chance. It's something of that nature, and it's really, really, really dumb. Yes, battles can actually take that long. But no, I don't want them to take that long. So we bought a couple of Pokeballs. We might need some because I'm pretty sure we'll have a few Pokemon to catch in here. And again, we're about to fight a trainer, a Cipher admin actually, at the end of this area, in which we are definitely not catching his prime Pokemon either, just like Venus and Dakim. You probably can put 2 and 2 together as to the reason why we aren't, but hey, I'm not going to necessarily spoil it. Another thought, too, is that, yes, the save is here, but if we go in here... Okay, the healing thing is not in here. Never mind. Where is the healing machine? I know there's a healing machine that's readily accessible in this building. We're just going to have to go through and find out. They need to get rid of collision in this game. We've encountered no threats as of yet. Very intriguing. This is discrimination. Why do they single me out for these extra assignments? Kinda hate the word discrimination. And if you're like me, if you're wholesome at all, if you like good things, if you like being virtuous, moral, or useful in life, you kinda hate the word discrimination too. There's still packing left for the move out of this lab. Urgh. Whoa, 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 who are you? You're suspicious, therefore you must be intruders. Researcher Myron would like to battle. Voltorb and Voltorb. I think we're pretty well leveled for this time in this game. It's actually funny that he's got Voltorb and Voltorb, because that means that neither one of his electric type moves are going to be useful against, obviously, against Gligar. Gligar is a very interesting, and at this point in the series, a unique typing combination. He is neither weak to electric or ground. In fact, he is immune to both. And those are pretty interesting combinations. He's going to be useful in a fight coming up. Hopefully. Now, I know that both Voltorbs have... I'm pretty sure they both have static. Hopefully we don't get the static proc on either one of these Voltorbs. Alright, both Voltorbs are gone. Defeated, in fact. And he used Spark. Spark is actually another one of those good moves. There you go. Paralyzed. Unlike Thunderbolt, which only has a 10% chance, and unlike Thunder, which has a 30% chance to paralyze, but a 30% chance to miss, Spark is a 65 base power electric type attack move that has a 30% chance to paralyze. I actually like Spark a lot. And typically try to keep moves like that because, again, I prefer the percentage chance of having ailments and status effects and stuff like that. I would rather that. Some people think that's nuts. You know, we would rather the base power to, you know, KO the opponent. I get that. If you have higher base power, you have a better chance of KOing your opponents. I agree with that. I get that. I understand that. But it's why sometimes I'll have, especially for a monotype Pokemon, like for instance Stantler, I could see Stantler taking full advantage of two separate different kinds of moves of the normal type. Like for instance, he could have Body Slam and he could have Headbutt. Body Slam to paralyze so that the Pokemon, even if they're faster, they could be then slower, and then use Headbutt to make flinches occur. That is cool. Altaria grew to level 42. Looking at Altaria's defense and special defense and comparing it to the special defense and defense of Umbreon, it's just leagues and bounds different. What did I do to deserve this? 1500 for winning. Awesome. Bah! I'll make you regret seeing me. So before we pick up that shiny thing on the ground, we're going to use a heal powder. Wait, actually, don't we have full heals? Yes, we do. We're going to waste full heals and max potions before we do anything else. Found one card key. Oh, that's the card key. Now we can get into the lab. Yes, we can, but we're still going to go down here and check this out. Yep, this is the explosion site. Down in the subway, that is. We found 3 elixirs. Elixirs are awesome items. So if you don't know, restores the PP of all moves of your singular use Pokemon, you know, by 10. So if you use this on, for instance, like my Espeon, she has no moves left. Whatever, good grief. So if you use this on my Espeon, who has no moves left, he will restore all his PP by 10. Which is good. And now that we've gone through the red herring part of this lab, we are going to go back and go through the actual entrance of the lab. And you have to put the card key over here. Wes, use the card key. Get out of my way, Rui. And we're going to use our fancy schmancy new-aged elevators. Alright, now that we're downstairs, let's check this place out, shall we? Okay, we can dump this data now. Let's see now. What? Quit annoying me. You'd better get ready, or Master Ein will. Huh? War! You two, you're not lab staff. Of course we're not. None of us are dressed in lab coats. Researcher Lecho would like to battle. Magnemite and Electrike. Are we seeing a theme here? Most of the Pokemon in the Shadow Pokemon Lab are electric types. Reason being is because electric types are kind of difficult to deal with. They've got good, strong moves, good coverage, and really the only way that you're going to defeat them easily or well is with Pokemon that are immune to them. Because their only weakness happens to also be the only Pokemon that is immune to them outright. So Magnemite and Electrike are both electric types that really have only other normal type moves as moves outside of their electric typing. And what's cool about that is what that means specifically is that neither one of them are really going to do much of anything to you if you have Intimidate. You can see further reasons as to why I thoroughly enjoy Intimidate. I kind of want to get both. Gligar and Stantler into Hyper Mode and just let them be there for the critical hits. But again, we see the problem with Hyper Mode. There's also the fact that yes, you get the criticals. It's awesome. It's great power, and that comes with great responsibility. But really, not being able to give your Pokemon items kind of really stinks. What's this? I don't have time for this. So once we find the heal station, it's going to be a great alleviating factor. You two, if you don't vacate the premises, Master Ein will do terrible things to you. I can only imagine. This is a bad guy syndicate. One of us is a female. The downstairs key is needed to open this door. See, why didn't they say stairs here? Yeah, we don't have the downstairs key, unfortunately. So we have to go find other things. The Shadow Pokemon Lab is like a big runaround event. You have to figure out where everything is. Pay close attention to wherever, to every little detail. You might miss things here or there. Oh, hey, intruder alert! Cipher Peon Cole would like to battle. And he has a very angry look on his face. Apalm and Ferret. His Apalm is also, intriguingly, 5 levels higher than his other Pokemon. I wonder why that is. I wonder why it's exactly level 43. Could it be? Oh, it is. It's a Shadow Pokemon. And we don't want anything to do with it. Obviously, I'm going to catch him. If I can. But, let's go with the Sand Attack. Let's go with the Hypnosis. Oh, wait. Hyper Mode. Again, this is the problem with Hyper Mode, too, is that when you're in Hyper Mode, you actually kind of can't. You can't do anything, per se, with other moves. That's when your Pokemon will disobey you. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and use that move, Hypnosis. Ferret is very surprisingly not taken out by that. Hypnosis worked. Awesome. Apalm is now asleep. Slumber, my little friend. Slumber away. Apalm is one of those Pokemon that if he evolved in this game, again, more reasons why this game needs to be remade. If he evolved in this game, he would be very useful. So we're actually going to call a Gligar. We want to get both Gligar and Stantler out of being Shadow Pokemon as soon as possible. Ferret is gone. Yeah, Hyper Mode is good. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Hyper Mode is good for what it can do, but it's also bad. It has its trade-offs, and the trade-offs are kind of severe. I don't remember exactly if the trade-offs are the same in each game, in this and XD, but who knows, it's one of those things. So we're going to use a bunch of Sand Attacks on Apalm. Alright, so my problem with Hyper Mode again is like when you enter Hyper Mode, it prevents you from being able to use your attack, whatever attack you're going to use. If you're using Shadow Rush beforehand, you should be able to use Shadow Rush anyway, like regardless. It makes no sense. Alright, let's bring out Espeon. Stantler is in Hyper Mode. Shadow Rush. Poor Remoraid has been fainted. And we get next to no experience points for it, too. Castform comes out and becomes a water type? Yes. One of the biggest gimmicks to ever gimmick in all of Pokemon. And you're gone. And it did not KO Stantler. Very surprising. Very, very surprising. Apalm woke up, used Swift. That might be the doom of Stantler. And it was. Alright, so what we're going to do is grab out Mantine. Mantine has some weak moves. We're going to Reflect, and we're going to Water Pulse. Ooh, that actually might not have been a good idea. rain is still up, isn't it? Well, apparently it was a great idea. Let's use Swift. And we'll use a Pokeball. Pokeballs are pretty well darn pointless. Especially at this point in the game. So if we can use them... Oh. Well, the only way that we're probably going to get... I don't know, though. Napalm's attack missed. Let's go with Swift again. And another Pokeball. Come on, Napalm. And we caught Napalm. Awesome. Why am I the loser? Well, because you lost. Items. Revival Herb. Again, this is reasons, proof positive as to the why you would use stuff like the revival herbs. They're awesome. So not only do you revive your Pokemon, but you also get to the point where you don't have to heal your Pokemon after reviving, because revives normally only give you 50% of your health. Max revives do the same. Revival herbs have the downside of lowering your Pokemon's happiness, which does stink, because again we are also using a Pokemon that has return right now, but it's just the price you gotta pay sometimes. Alright, let's continue our trek, shall we? Hey now, you're not supposed to be in the lab without your lab coat? Wait a minute. Your faces aren't familiar? Intruders! Researcher Owlo, or Odlo. Electrode and Magneton. So we're reaching fully evolved status here. Magneton is the more dangerous Pokemon here, so we're going to beat up on him first. Electrode used Thunder, and attack missed. Gligar is now in Hyper Mode. Stantler has hardly gone into Hyper Mode in this game, which I'm not complaining about, but it's quite interesting. Magneton used Thunder, so they both use Thunder. Surprised they didn't use Rain Dance first, but you know what? Let's use Gligar, Electrode. Yeah, it's not surprising to me that one of these hits. A lot of damage. And paralyzed. 30% chance to paralyze, but it has a 30% chance to miss. So it's not exactly that great. Stantler is in a fever pitch. Magneton missed. Alright, let's Shadow Rush there, Shadow Rush there. Self-destruct! Ooh. Yeah, I didn't think that would do that much against Gligar, and I was right. But poor Stantler has been defeated yet again. Magneton just... Electrode bulging his eyeballs out of his head. I always thought that was a funny sight. Electric-type Pokemon. Let's bring out Espeon, shall we? Magnemite. And Shadow Rush says, you are gone. Gligar is in hyper mode, that's okay, we actually don't care. Psybeam will be resisted, but man, we still did an exceptional amount of damage there. Exceptional. Alright, Magnemite is gone. Researcher Odlow is defeated, and we can move on further in the Shadow Pokemon Lab. This reeks. Just like your name choices. You're far too late. There's nothing left here. I beg to differ. There's got to be something here or you wouldn't be here. So you're Wes, are you? Aren't you? The word is you've been wreaking havoc with our plans. That's the right word. Researcher Corin would like to battle. Magnemite and Electrode. We've seen these combinations before. If you have an electric weak team or electric weak Pokemon, this is not exactly the greatest place for them. Shadow Rush. Psybeam. Alright, glad that we did not get paralyzed there. And it did a little bit more than I was expecting, because Espeon is very specially defensive. I mean, not crazy amount, you know. 95 special defense base is not the most, but it's definitely not the least special defense. Altaria grew to level 43. Magneton. So we're obviously going to strike him and him, just like we did before. Ah, Electrode's attack missed. Thank you. I appreciate it. Those hilariously bulging eyeballs. Shadow Rush. This should KO. Well, I mean, we would have to crit. Oh, even with a crit it didn't KO. I mean, Magneton does have pretty good physical defense, but still, that's pretty insane. This should do it, though. Ah, we didn't even need the Shadow Rush. Very nice. If I had known we would not have needed it, I would have just called Gligar so we could heal him up. No Havoc, please! Well, get out of my way and there will be no Havoc. The Shadow Pokemon that were made here have been transported out already. Battle all you want. There's no stopping our Shadow Pokemon plan now. Wes found one Down Saint key. Down Saint. Alright, let's leave. We're actually going to go to the right before we use the downstairs key. Just because it seems like a good idea. I'm pretty sure, like, if we need a special key for the downstairs, it's probably because it's, you know, of great importance. Oh, it doesn't appear to open from this side. Okay. So we are relegated to going downstairs. It kind of stinks, though. I was under the impression that there was a heal station in here, so there's got to be one somewhere. You're not supposed to be in here. Cipher Peon Lair would like to battle. Carvanha and Nuzleaf. Ooh, some interesting Pokemon. They are not electric type, and it's probably because they're Cipher Peons and not researchers and lab assistants and so on and so forth. Alright, Shadow Rush. Nuzleaf is not a dark type still, is he? Okay, that sucks. This should defeat Carvanha swiftly. And Houndour. Fate attack. Yeah, we're gonna have to get somebody out here that can deal with these Pokemon. Like Mantine, for instance. Our resident water type. And if this is a crit, haha, Nuzleaf is gone. Reasons, I mean, they're good reasons as to why having a Shadow Pokemon in Hyper Mode is a good thing in this game. Sometimes. And what's this? Oh, a Shadow Pokemon. And it is Murkrow. A forgettable Gen 2 type Pokemon that is a Dark Flying? I believe the first ever Dark Flying, and not that great. Very underwhelming. His evolution, though, is pretty outstanding, so there is that. Let's call you. And let's just Bubble Beam you. Came to its senses from its trainer's call. Hopefully this Bubble Beam just takes out Houndour immediately. Yes. Awesome. So we only have to deal with Murkrow, which I think Murkrow does have a lower catch rate than normal. So that's a, you know, a difficult thing you have to think about here. Murkrow having Nightshade is also kind of annoying. Fixed damage moves are powerful. In the sense that there's not really a way to evade or defeat them. Alright, so we're going to use Confuse Ray, and I really don't want to use, like, any move here on Mantine. But I know Murkrow is kind of frail. Bring out Espeon for Reflect, because he should, that Murkrow should have some physical attack. Yeah. Confuse Ray, Reflect. Yeah, I would like to have a Pokemon with Light Screen on, because of just the ability to use both defensive shields for both my Pokemon. That's not a bad idea, especially because we have Intimidators, but there's nothing that is an Intimidate for special attacking. So, let's use a Max Potion, shall we? We might switch out to Mantine for, like, the defensive capacity of Mantine. Yeah, this is gonna do 43 damage set. Paralysis would be nice. Let's go with another Paralysis. And call Espeon. Confusion has done nothing for us this game. Well, this battle. Let's hope that Secret Power gets the paralysis here, because we don't have very many more hits. In fact, this is our last hit. And we got it. This should be pretty much a no-brainer catch now. We can try Pokeball first. Would be nice to just get rid of these because they're not that great. West through a Snag Ball. Confusion is dangerous here in the sense that Murkrow could KO himself. Ooh, that was so close, for real. That is a shame. There has been so many Pokemon in this that I have failed to catch because of stupid things like that. Cipher Beyond Lair. You might be strong, but you know what you're doing. You know, you might be young? Is that what she said? She said young. She did not say strong. Let's check our Pokemon right quick. So we have 2 fainted. One that needs healing. I think that's good. I want to say that this section of the lab is something you do have to come back to at some point. I've been hired to tend to Pokemon, so that's what I've been doing this whole time. Were you folks wanting a Pokemon too? Yes. Is that so? It's a shame, but they're all gone. They've all been taken away somewhere. Every last one. Very interesting information. So right goes nowhere. It's off limits beyond here. Cipher beyond Vanna would like to battle. Pupitar and Swablu. Now, this is not going to be that difficult of a fight here. Too bad we aren't able to catch that Pupitar. Then again, lugging it around for 15 levels to get them leveled up to Tyranitar would be kind of a pain. Swablu actually survived. Pupitar should not survive this, however. And we get decent experience points for it too. Fortress. We have no fire-type move in this game. Ooh. Fortress is a shadow Pokemon. Really? I want to say that Fortress has Explosion, which is not good. Not good at all. Let's take out Swablu right quick, use up some Reflect, and get to where she has 1 Pokemon left. And then we can take care of this said Pokemon by catching, hopefully. Fortress is a good Pokemon too. I like him as a wall. Zubat is not going to do much for you. Ooh. Wow, that was unexpected to say the least. Let's go Psybeam here. Water Pulse here, I guess. And Zubat is gone. Espeon is most likely going to be defeated this turn as well, which is both unfortunate but expected, especially since I decided to keep Espeon in the fight. Unless this Fortress decides to do something silly. That's a possibility. Shadow Rush. Yeah. This Fortress did not decide to do something silly, and this Fortress is a female. Alright, so we are going to get out our Umbreon. And we are going to Confuse Ray. And Call. Oh, protected by Safeguard from Confuse Ray, but you are not protected by Safeguard from Attract? That must be a bug in this game. Secret Power. And Call. It really must be a bug, because that just makes no sense, in my opinion. Fortress use Shadow Rush. Confuse Ray, and let's throw a Pokeball at him, shall we? Yeah, I didn't think it would go much of anywhere with that. And now you are confused, Fortress. What shall you do? Oh, of course, you're still going to attack. That's what you will do. I like how Mantine has a little Remoraid flying underneath him. Alright, so Confuse Ray is already done. We can do Taunt. Another Pokeball. I'm not just like trying to waste Pokeballs here, but the thing is that they're almost pointless items in this game. You get so much money in Colosseum. You are thrown money at you. Yep, and we will go ahead and use another Pokeball. It kind of stinks that we could not status Fortress, but that's just how it goes. If I really wanted to status Fortress, though, I could just bring out... I could just Revival Herb Stantler. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all, actually. I think it would probably take too much time. We're going to use a Great Ball here. Safeguard. Come on, Fortress. Get caught so we can get going. We might as well use an Ultra Ball this turn, because if he uses Shadow Rush next turn, there's a likely chance that this Pokemon's about to get defeated by his, well, her own self. Alright. Fortress was sent to the PC. And caught! Thank you! Awesome. Player defeated Cipher P on Vanna. Yeah, think you're tough. I surely will. Well, we have gone pretty darn far in this Shadow Pokemon Lab. and have seen a lot of things today. And I think now is the time to head on out and call it a day. So I want to thank you for joining me as we have delved deep and dived far into this intriguing Shadow Pokemon Lab and seeing exactly what's going on here. We have a little bit of a hint of the story. It seems that all of the rest of the Shadow Pokemon are gone, missing. Finito. They are disappeared. They are elsewhere. And we need to find out where they are. We also need to find out all the locations of the Shadow Pokemon we have failed to catch. Darn, it's been like 6 or 7 Pokemon now. Pretty incredible. Last couple of times I played this game, I never had this kind of bad luck. But that's just how it goes in this kind of game. And, well, until next time, you know, have a great and glorious day gaming. And I'll see you then.